Hello, TQ. Okay, so this is the Sunday episode. I'm going to try a slightly different format. This is going to be an hour-long show instead of me trying to split it out into two half-hour-longs. But really, if you guys can let me know which is better, whether you prefer just to me to upload, say, an extra part, or maybe even add another day in so that I'm always uploading in round about half an hour. That'd be good, but I'm going to try to do this for an hour or so, and hopefully, get a lot more actual work done. Alright, so first things first, I set the farm going again, and I've done a little bit of decoration in here. I forgot that the loggers are really overzealous in what they do, so I've moved this one a number of times to make sure that those don't get eaten away like those did. So that one needs to be swapped onto the other side, and then I can finish the decoration there. What other changes? I've added some extra piping around the back here so that cobblestone is always going into the chest, so that the pulverizer has always got stone in it, so this will always have sand, so my bog earth production doesn't fall away. I can turn this off now, actually. I don't need quite that much. So you can see this is working away here, and for some reason the farm seems a little bit slow at the minute. I'm not 100%. Why is that? Ah, right, okay. So possibly the peat engines aren't pulling away quite as much anymore. But one of the things that we wanted to work on was we wanted to get steam engines going because, well, peat fire engines, not really ideal. I'd like to remove these as well and replace them with biomass engines. So we just need to redo the config around here a bit. I did a little bit of decoration around here. Okay. Just make sure we have everything. Yeah. So I also got the coke oven and the blast furnace. I think the coke oven produces kerosene as a side effect. And the other major thing, I only just did this because it's something that I told you I was going to do, and I actually now realised how terrible a setup this actually is, because I always have to come into this room to get stuff. So there's obvious limitations, and you can see here all my previously empty chests are now have at least got a single piece of netherrack in them, and that is to prevent the router from just randomly pushing items onto the empty barrels. I've made a couple of barrel upgrades. I made sure to get my oak and my wheat because those were my biggest headaches. I think I also did cobble as well because that's quite a decent one to do. I can't remember, did I do 3 or 4? Probably 4 actually. Okay, so here is the router, and it's got the speed boost and the bandwidth upgrade, so it will do whole stacks at a time, and it will take a lot less time to search accompanying areas. And so back here all we have is a ender chest, just a white ender chest, with a filter with nothing in it, so it just picks up whatever's in the chest as it comes in, and it drops it into here, which does a quick search and then drops the item elsewhere. So we can watch that over here. 136 stacks of cobble. Drop that in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No? Cobble's gone. Oh, right, actually, yes. One of my barrels down here one of my connecting barrels has got cobble in it, because I'm not overly concerned. about cobble, so that was a bad example. There we go, plus 48 flesh. There you go, plus 50. Nice. So that works for every single one of these walls. On the corners and halfway between where the slabbing is a connecting barrel, because in order for the item router to work it has to be connected to every machine. And the machine can be a barrel or a chest or whatever. And that way it just drops everything that's not in here. And it will get stuck. It will get stuck, like for instance, we're quite full up on saplings at the minute, so that is one of the ones I'm going to have to work on. So if this gets any saplings in it at the minute, it will get stuck. Which is problematic. I need to think of a way to have it not worry about saplings so much, or to push them to a chest. So, not sure what we're going to do about that. So luckily this only picks up full stacks of saplings, so we can sort of get away with it at the minute. Yep, and I need to take out the wheat because we are actually getting rid of wheat faster than we can use it. And that needs to go in here. So things are progressing nicely. I did have a mishap earlier, so I've been breeding my bees, and I'm quite happy at the minute. I finally got Imperial bees. It took me loads of generations of noble bees to get my first Imperials. I can't even tell you how many times I went through Majestics and they just didn't produce anything. They just produced either nobles or more Majestics, but I finally... Oh my god, don't tell me that. Alright, so I had two Majestics. I had a Princess and a Imperials. Ah, that's a bummer. Wow. Yeah, so I had two Imperials, as you can tell from the... don't really want those, I kind of want... two Imperial seed, because you can tell from the Royal Jelly. And I kind of wanted those to stick around, but they didn't. So I'm hoping that gives me more Imperials. I'm trying to keep a good supply of nobles going. Okay, and cultivated is my other one. That's a real bottleneck, those cultivated ones. I'm getting lots of cultivated drones, but I'm not really getting any of the princesses that I want. Ah, here we go. Alright, that's good. So we got another Imperial Princess. We're going to hold on to this one until we get another Imperial drone. And unfortunately I don't have... that means I don't have a Majestic Princess at the minute. So maybe we can get something like that. What I need is... I need cultivated princesses, and I'm just not getting enough of them. That is making things a little bit more difficult. Not hugely difficult, it's just slightly annoying. Okay. Right, well let's just drop these in here for now. I can come back to my bees a bit later. Down here I have... whoop. That means fantastic tool. This shows you wherever things can spawn. Okay. Let's stick the hives in there. Okay. I haven't actually worked on anything I'm going to do here just yet. Actually, we might as well put the tools away as well. Right. Let's get rid of that and that and that. So there's still a bunch of work to do here. I've started to work on these other apiaries. I need to make some frames for them. That's a little bit of an annoyance. But what we were going to go work on today is getting steam power. So I've got oil. I've scattered out a fairly decent oil well. Let's just oh, the other thing is I finally remade my thaumaturge goggles. Goggles of revealing, sorry, because I hadn't been using them. Oh, this is joyous. Which was proving problematic, and the reason I made them, funny enough, so the reason I made them was I made an energetic queen, and energetic? I'm sure it was energetic. Maybe I stuck it in one of these chests here. Just take these with me. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the beeswax and all that stuff. Might as well put that downstairs. Oh yeah, the other thing is I've been doing my soul shards a little bit. So I have my tier 5 blaze one, which I'm going to be using at some point soon. The other thing is zombie pigmen, cow, zombies, skeletons, pigs. Actually, I wanted to try this out. Yeah, okay. So now we have a tier 3 pig one. Ghast, firebat, spider and slime, and we also have a chicken one floating about somewhere else. Luckily, now that I've got my setup done, I can just grab some of these. And that will get rid of all my rubbish. Excellent. Right. Okay, the other thing I made is a vile sword. It's really good. In fact, the soul sealer means I get 4 souls every time I kill something, so that's pretty helpful. Let's do that and that. Don't know if I have a redwood sapling down here. Okay. I do have redwood saplings. Okay. So those can go in the bag as well. I will have to do some more dark iron shortly so I can upgrade that barrel for saplings, because that's just going to be a pain if I can't do that. Yeah, so the problem here is that I can't really remove things from the system, which is super problematic. And why did I go? Oh yes. So I always have to come in here to do things. So doing things further away from my base, yeah, not so great. Alright. So one of the things that we can do is we can also use biofuel. So for that I'd need to make a still, but I kind of want to get some oil in. So what we need to make is some into tanks, and they will go as usual in here. See, there's so many things to do. I can't always keep my mind on what it is that I need to be doing. So first, we're going to clear our bags. I don't think I have stairs in here. Yes, I do. Okay. We're going to clear our bags by dropping off all the B stuff at base beta. So all these can go in here. Quite happy with that royal jelly. Got a whole bunch of honeycombs. Whole bunch of proven frames because I have my apiarists. So let me just show you. Here we go. Excited. What the excited one does is produce lightning storms. In fact, it produces them quite badly. And I stuck the bee in here, and suddenly just constant lightning raining down. You can see I haven't actually relit this place yet because everything got destroyed. No, I don't need these, but I'm going to put them down anyway. Just fire everywhere. It was an absolute mess. And I thought it was because for some reason the aura was just going crazy. I mean, what other reason could there be? But no, it turns out it was that bloody bee. And I hadn't analysed the bee before I put it in, so I mean, my own fault really. I think it killed, yeah, it killed me once. And I lost my enchanted thormium scoop. So that was pretty bad. I was quite upset about that. I need to grind up some levels so I can get that again. Okay. So, what we're going to need is a ender tank. We're going to need at least 2 to start off with. So, ender tank, blaze rods, cauldron, obsidian. Okay, so we did do a little bit of farming for blaze rods, and that actually went kind of well. It was pretty easy to do. Used up a minion stone as well. So what we want is a cauldron. Actually, we want 2 of them, don't we? There's a reason why I picked up all that. And we need obsidian. And then wool. And I think for oil we're obviously going to use black. So grab 2 of those so I know which one is going in. I have a naming convention for this, which is white colour. Alright, so, I mean this is just nice and easy. I quite like ender tanks, they're basically my favourite thing now. Oh. Thought I had more than that, okay. Move. Okay. So we're just going to pop these down, and it's white colour. So white. Now in goes on this side. And we need liquid ducts. 2 should be enough for this. I can always clean this up later. It's no problem. Right, let's go get some signs. Mark that all correctly. Oh yeah, I got some chickens because I needed I needed eggs for the item router. So um, in BI, so that means out will be white. BI white, and this will be quite obviously oil, but just in case nobody can tell. Okay, so yeah, I mean, our biomass is going quite well. Oh, no, this is not good. Where are you going? Where are you at, scum? No. Okay. Right, so the other thing that we got is, well, we obviously got the quest ram, but we also got some mushrooms as well, and I was quite happy about that. Well, I'm very happy about that. I went exploring, and all I did was to just fly in a random direction. I was looking for villagers because I was on a mission, to put it lightly. The mission was to get beekeepers, basically. I wanted all the beekeepers. I think it's this one. Is this the beast? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So mining well, iron, lots of iron. Do we have any iron pickaxes? We do. We're gonna need some. We're gonna need one of those. We're gonna need stone as well. Okay. And we've got redstone in here, and we have stone in here. I've got things all over the place. I really need to clean this stuff out. Because there's no need for all this to be in here. Is there, really? I don't think I have a place for any carbon plates and alloy yet, but that can be fixed. Is that right? No. Stone gear. There we go. And I need a tank. Okay. Right, so that's that pump, and what I need is a means to power it. How did I power the ones in the nether? Let's just go check that quickly. I'm not sure. Basically, I want to have exactly the same setup on this oil well, which is a fairly big oil well. I don't think it's going to fill up the tank, but it's going to be enough to get us started on our... That's a waste of F7. You can see it's gone nuts. Alright, so we just had... No, just biogas engines. Biomass engines, perfect. And a chunk loader, I don't know. Probably a good idea to put the chunk loader in. Yeah, I'll do a chunk loader, because that way I can just make it as one setup, and then when I need to move, I can just move the setup. Because I will have to obviously move this a number of times. that means I will need another ender tank. Okay. Not a problem. Okay. And I will need green for it. I need to work on a farm, really, to get all the wool I need. But I saw a couple of videos recently that gave me some really good ideas. In fact, I think I'm going to plagiarize one entirely. I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet. You can guess when you see it. But it is definitely middle. There we go, look at that. Nice and already full. So that means we need a biomass engine. And I think I got that. So I've got everything I need. We'll need another one of those, and I will need my omni-bridge. It's night time. That's good. No, it'll be okay. Alright, I think this setup should be okay. Oh no, I need more cobblestone. You'll see when I get there. I don't know if it's absolutely necessary. I have no idea how the engine works in response to some of these things, but I don't know. The nice thing about the setup that I've got now is that I will be able to remove all the barrels that are floating about in various places, because you need the barrels to do the upgrades. So getting rid of those would be a good plus, since I can just use them to upgrade existing barrels. I will definitely have to upgrade that sapling barrel soon, because it will constantly clog the system. I have come across a large number of jungles, and I still haven't found a jungle temple. But I have definitely been across a few desert temples, so I wonder if they're just considered to be rarer. Maybe. I think I've been in one jungle temple, and that's when I was randomly spawning worlds months and months and months ago. Maybe even months and months ago. And I just happened to spawn in a jungle with one there. Right, so here's the deal with this. Yeah, I don't know if I have to go all the way to the top, but that is what we're going to do. Sorry, tree, you're going to have to bear the weight of this. So there's that. Okay. So this will be out, and that will be in. No, actually, yeah, I think that's the way you do it. Right. Oh, no, wait, this one can go back a little bit, because it's not actually going to be... Ah, I know what I forgot. That's alright, I'll port there. I'll port back, and I'll pick that up in a second. Yeah, there's an important part to these that I kind of skipped out on. Okay. doesn't actually matter. Alright, okay. So clearly this needs to be a little bit further away. Because clearly I'm not doing this right. Okay. And what that doesn't have now is lava. And I just need to also make some quick liquiducts, which is copper, hardened glass. Copper. Luckily, we've got tons of copper now. That centrifuge just going and going and going and going. Perfect. Pushes out a stack of copper fairly quickly. Alright, and I'm sure I've got a bucket of lava. There we go. Let's stick that in here. If you're wondering about the dogs, they just appeared in my base. I think I've told you about this already, but just in case you weren't aware, yeah, the dogs just showed up and yeah, that was that. I'll tell you what else I don't have. I don't have a lever. Do I have one in here? I'm not going to use a timer for it, that would be silly. Lever. Okay, now the only thing missing from this, once it's all set up and running, is a chunk loader. Just make sure that nothing can spawn over here. Okay. Right, so this is working. Excellent, and I know that this oil well goes down quite a way. Right, so what I need here now is a chunk loader. Luckily these are quite easy to make. Grab a book. And yeah, the dogs do get in the way a little bit. They're a little bit annoying because they're just everywhere. I think it's gold and one ender pearl. Yeah. See, I know these recipes, I just forget that I know them. So I sit there and go, do I actually know this? And I have to double check myself. Okay, so mobs can't spawn on the chunk loader. I don't need this to actually load up very much, I just need it to load up. I just need it to load around here. Yep. Okay, so let's go take a look. If everything is going right, we should be getting oil in here. That is the right setup, isn't it? Orange. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we're getting oil through. Ooh, hello. Excellent. Excellent. Let's just drop all this stuff in. I wonder which of these it won't recognise, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail on, say, Liquidux or something. Let's take a look. Yeah, got the glass. Got the egg. Oh, no, it got everything. Shocking. Alright. Okay, so now that we've got that up, what we need now is a refinery. And a refinery is diamond gear, so it's going to take 4 diamonds there, some tanks, and some redstone. So overall, not too demanding. And I might as well just turn all of this into that. I need 4 of those, 4 of those, 4 of those. Running kind of low on diamonds, I need to do some more farming for that. Okay, so let's just get that started. Oh, brass, okay, that's what that is. Oh, no. Totally know what I'm doing. Okay, and redstone torches, I need 2 of them, don't I? See, I kind of know where my stuff is. Okay, so refinery. I hope I know exactly how this thing works. Okay, we're gonna need 2 more ender tanks. And wherever I put my minion stone, here we go. So for that we're gonna need ender pearls. Let's grab a stack of this. Might as well save a couple. Okay, and... oh, that's no good. Why did I do that? Stupidity, most likely. So what I will need to do is get some iron quickly. I'm not going to use the whole lot on that. Do I have any cobble on me? No, I don't. Okay, so what I do is I have my pulverizer set up next to my industrial furnace. And what I'll do is I throw this in here with this, and then I'll start this pulverizing away. Then after a little while, I need 14 at least. I'll take the rich slag out and let the sand start to flow. Actually, I'll just I'll let it go through all this rich slag. Might as well let it do that. And what this will do... oh, actually we're going to need 3, 4 ender tanks. So we're going to need a little bit more. Put that there, there we go. Can I make that green and purple? No. Doesn't seem that way. Never mind. Alright. This is all good. We should be able to make 4 cauldrons. We should definitely be able to make 4 ender tanks. We're going to need an ender tank out, And we're going to need 2 inner tanks out. Then we're going to need a fuel in and a fuel... 2 fuel ins. So... got that. Got those. Get some of that. And wool. And I will also need some of these. Don't know how many there were. I need 3 more. Look at this, I've got iron all over the place. Coming out of there. It was just totally unnecessary stuff. Okay, so let's just get rid of all that. Hopefully it knows where all the stuff goes. Alright. The other thing that we're going to need is more liquiducts. So I know I've just made a couple, but I'd rather we actually had a fair few just sitting around. Because I know I will go through them fairly quickly. So 16, that's not going to be enough for now. So let's make another 16. You. Okay. Right, and then this will go, we're going to need 2 black. What have I already used? White, yellow, white, green, orange, black, so I need grey or something like that. Let's use red for it. So red will be fuel. So for that, let's get our signs so that we don't mess anything up. And once again, we don't really need to worry about making the out for the fuel just yet. That can come later. Right, so this will be black middle. It's out only. Right. It's exciting stuff, this. Like, I'm loving all the iron tanks. This stuff is actually the tanks particularly have been one of my nicest, one of the things I've enjoyed the most. As strange as that sounds, I quite like the messing about with them. Colour, white colour. There we go. So I don't know, is that orange on top? Okay, so for the refinery I'm imagining that we're going to be using some more of the Buildcraft stuff. So all the electricity that is being carried by my energy conduits should work for this. So we're going to just grab some of that. And since this is connected to all the energy production stuff that we're going to be doing, I'm just going to grab a space over here Or should I? No, probably not actually. It would probably be a good idea to throw it into one of these areas. Let's do it on this side. So get all that. See, now technically I could actually... Oh, that's a bit of a pain. Because this is over here. Yeah, you know what, we'll just throw this in here. And we will make the power for this go underneath, so that we can have all the tanks on stuff and stuff on the top or behind. Just gonna get rid of space over here. Okay, so how many conduits do I take? Enough, I think. Yep, just about. So this is the refinery. It's got energy going in. Can I just shove a tank on the back of it? Ah, crap. Right. Is that gonna work? Don't know if that is actually doing anything at the minute. Let's go check. Oh wow, time flies. Wow. This is the problem with like half-hour and 15-minute episodes. Unless you plan everything out in advance, the amount that you actually seem to get done is very little. So there's nothing in here yet. It's white, white, red. So maybe this is an example of where I need to drop a liquid duct in there. I'm gonna go for some horrible setup. I just want to get this working. Right, so that is white, white, red. So if we just go there. Anything happening? Huh. Maybe this needs to output to a tank? Maybe. I've never actually worked with oil before, so totally unsure, totally unsure. I should really move that chest. I've got diamond chests, so I can just, if I need to have something that's just sitting there, I can probably just put that. No, Maybe it needs the waterproof piping. I can never be quite sure with some of these things, you know. Some of them are quite finicky, though I'd imagine Liquiduct should work with everything. Do I have... Don't have any waterproof ones. Right, let's get... well, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, see, that's the other problem. If you accidentally take everything out, you run the risk of it just grabbing everything, putting in something new, which was totally not what you wanted. Alright, and waterproof stone. So you can tell I play Tekkit all the time, is that I just never concerned with any of these things. My life was just EE machines. Is that going to work? How does this actually output? Let's just take a quick look here. Come on, come on, come on. Fuel and biofuel can be pumped out. So how does it actually work then? Does it need to be in the front? Is that what we're looking at here? I don't think you need water. I don't think you need an engine for this stuff. Kind of loath to use a tank to start with, but no. Maybe we need an engine for it. Wasted like 10 minutes on this so far. Which means we probably won't be getting the Steam stuff done today, if that's the case. Which is a bit of a pain. I tell you what. I would be most annoyed if I cannot get this working. Right. I am so sure you don't actually need to do this. And you do. Holy hell. Okay, is that actually working away? That's a horrible setup. But at least it is what we want. Let's just go and make sure that that is actually working and doing something. Yes, yes it is. Okay, fantastic. So we get oil coming in this way. We have quite a lot of it. And we have fuel coming in this way. And I will probably set up something similar for biofuel. Is it? Yeah, it is biofuel. Nope. That ran out. Okay. So all of this took a surprisingly long amount of time. It's me just dithering about, going to and fro, not knowing what I'm doing with some of these things. So that's quite good. I'm happy with that. We're producing fuel nicely now. We have got a fair amount of steel, so what we need to do is we need to start rolling that steel into plates, and then plates can be turned into high pressure boiling systems, blocks. So don't need any of that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Signs I need to go put. Definitely go put the signs in. Right, we'll keep this going for a few minutes. If you stayed here for an hour, you're going to stay for a few minutes more. Okay, so what we need is high pressure, which is steel plates. And it's actually remarkably... Well, I was going to say exactly... Not that way. It's remarkably, easy and efficient to make these. And my plan is to make 2 boilers, so that I'm powering a huge amount of steam engines. And for that I'm going to need a lot of steel plates, but you make quite a few as you do it. The other thing that we're going to need is liquid fueled... There we go, liquid fueled firebox. So fire charges are the only things I'm not sure about there, but that's... Well, that's nice and easy. So we're going to be making 9 of these things. So they use their own steel plates. We're going to make one boiler to start with, and then we'll move it on from there. So liquid fueled. So I'm going to need 18 iron bars. Okay, that's a bit much more than I needed. 9 furnaces and 9 buckets. Alright. Certainly didn't need the emerald. And I didn't pick up my my jetpack, but that's okay. Right. Then it's just the fire charges, so I need 1, 2, 3. Is it charcoal or coal? And coal. Nope, not you. Definitely not you. Don't need you. Let's go pick up my jetpack. Definitely need to I'm gonna be doing some linking books, so I probably won't do that on screen, because I'm just going to be making linking books to various places. But one of the things I'm going to scout out is a nice little home, rather than this sort of manufacturing base, because I want a place I can just call home that looks cool, possibly links to a bunch of my stuff. Possibly. Alright, keep you going. What I need to, or what I should really do, is make a pocket craft or upgrade my power tool to craft, rather than just carrying it around all the time. Okay, so we need some of this. Very nice, very nice. Can't be bad, can't be bad. Okay. Boom. 9. Okay, and then we need to make a bunch of these things. We're going to go for 3 by 4. Sorry. Yeah, 3 by 3 by 3 by 4. So we're going to need 36 of those. And they're going to be sitting here at the bottom here. And we're going to make them sort of... I think that is what I wanted. So that there's a space between them. Okay, and let's just make sure this place is lit. So the fuel boxes go in there, and then once we have 3 more layers of these, they're just going to turn into the boiler itself. So this should give us 32, which is more than enough. Okay. And what we're going to pull off of here is all the steam. Now I think liquid ducts do steam as well, or... There we go, look at that. Impressive looking beast. So what this needs is fuel, and it needs water. So we're going to just come down here. Kind of wanted to avoid doing that because I do actually want to keep as much of that around as possible. But what I need to do here is definitely need to get a an aqueous accumulator. So I can do that, and then I can just do that. Right, 1 accumulator, let's just use the portal gun for now. I have to get another ender tank, or another 2 ender tanks, 1 for out. I think what I'm going to do is probably call this video here, and then try my best to ignore the steam until my next video, which is Monday, so it's tomorrow. You're not going to lose out too much. What I will probably do is build up another one of these tanks. White, red, white. Out is white, white, red. Okay. So just in case you couldn't tell what it was, we need to roll a bunch more iron, and we're going to stick some biofuel here. Alright. We've got a decent amount of seed oil at the minute. I'm quite happy with that. 80 barrels, so 80 buckets so far. Our system down here is working fairly well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up a bunch more it doesn't actually produce a lot of oil per seed, which is a bit of a bummer. But what are you going to do? I produce an infinite number of seeds, so can't really complain too much about it. Why is this not... Oh! Oh, that one's not firing because... God damn it. I should probably replace this then with a glass block. Because as we know, redstone doesn't travel through glass. I hope that works. It should do. I use it. I've used it in a number of other my builds. Something similar. No, no, it's still going. It's probably because of this one. Gonna put this on the other side then, maybe. So it was up to 900. Let's stick it to... Let's try 730. Well, 742, there we go. That'll do. Yeah, that will work. Okay. So yeah, this produces a decent amount of seed oil. It's not a huge amount, but it does the job. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and we will continue our adventures into steam power next time. Bye bye.